How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Dungeon coming at you with another video. It's been a while since last I posted. It's been the holidays and I was out of town and stuff like that. So here I am back with another easy mode walkthrough video. We're going to be resuming with my strength build character. I'm going to be posting a couple like build character type of videos to help people out with, like, you know, what are you going to do with your character, and you know, what kind of advice do I have on building characters of different types and stuff like that. So when I was doing that, I happened to notice that this armor right here is actually pretty good. This is an old knight armor, and it's gonna serve me very well. So I know I said in the last video that we're gonna go ahead and go to the Lost Bastille and do a little bit of work over there. But actually, I recorded that stuff and it just took too long, so I'll put that in another video. So right now, what we're gonna do is go to the gutter, because the gutter is like it's gonna be very long. So we're probably gonna have to do that in 2 parts or whatever. So we'll see how long that is, and you know, go from there. But in order to prep, I've got fire longsword. I'll be talking about that in a minute. Something else that you probably want to make sure you have is some sort of fire making ability, or like maybe a pyromancy, like a flame pyromancy, or you can, you know, buy some short bow with upgraded with the fire, and then buy some arrows from this guy. Make sure you have arrows just in general, like 100 or so arrows or more. You can buy some flame, what are they called? The fire bombs. Definitely buy some of these throwing knives if you do not have spells. If you don't have any spells, probably want to have about 20 of these. They're not very expensive. I'm pretty sure you can buy them from this hag right here. Just go over here, talk to her, and she will sell you for, what is that, 100, and you'll get, let's see, if I buy one, how much would it be? 1, and it gives you 1 for 100. So, I mean, you're gonna want them. Just have at least 20 of those if you don't have any spells, and gets probably about 3 fire bombs. If you have a fire short bow, then you probably don't need the fire bombs. You just need to have arrows, and buy those from the blacksmith. All right, I'll see you guys in the gutter, where we're gonna continue on. All right. Okay, guys. So here we are back at the gutter. First thing you want to do, light up a torch, and you might notice that I'm using the fire longsword again. I am highly considering trying out some of these weapons. Now, I actually leveled up my dex so that I can actually, you know, legitimately use the whip, but I haven't upgraded it yet or whatever. And this really isn't the best whip that you'd want to be using anyways. The notch whip would probably be the better option out of the early whips. And we can get that probably in the next episode. We can get the whip or something like that. And I do want to show you the Chaostus and how cool that is to use and stuff like that. So I'm going to be trying to show you guys some very cool weapons. So make sure you have that one right there lit. And the cool thing about this weapon right here is that it attacks very fast, and I have the stone ring right now, so it really staggers these guys. So once you have that first one, you can light this second one. Like I said, make sure you have that one lit. You can light the second one. Alright, and resist the urge to go across there for now. Actually, no, we'll go across there right now. Matter of fact, we'll do this part first. This is actually fine to do this. Just do make sure that coming over here, make sure that you have some fire bombs or a fire short bow or some kind of fire range weapon. I mean, you could use this fire longsword, I suppose. It wouldn't really be my first option, but some sort of, like, maybe even fireball spell memorized or something like that. Something like that would be very helpful in this, like, area that we're about to get to right here. Alright, so pull out the whip, like I said, you don't have to have this thing. Like you don't have. You can use it with like a 3 dex, all right, and it'll still break these statues, because those statues, if you don't break them, let me show you what happens. It'll shoot poison. So just break them, and then they won't shoot anything at you. So that's always a good thing. Light this, and I will say, if you have a good sound system or a good headset, then you'll hear the gutter. It almost sounds like a heartbeat. It's really cool. Okay, so here's what you want to do. I don't know if you can see the little claw. That is a creature. So what you want to do is get your firebomb or your fire longbow. I actually went into the things betwixt and, you know, tried to farm a couple times, see if I can get a fire drake stone. I totally couldn't though. So once you do that, that thing will aggro. It'll take some damage. Might die in there. Looks like it doesn't. That's okay though. We're gonna drop down and get them the rest of the way. Just gotta be careful, man. Honestly, here's matter of fact. This is what we'll do. I'm gonna show you guys what you should do, not what I would do. Cause I know I'll be alright, but you guys probably won't be alright. Jumping down there, that thing will grab a hold of you and you'll die. So what you want to do is inch your way, if you can, a little bit off to the edge, and just target him. And if you have a spell, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do this. Alright, on target off of that. And the second way you could do this, you could shoot an arrow at the pit below you, or throw a firebomb below you, or you could just be a boss. There's gonna be a bunch of hollows that are gonna come after you once you jump down, so we're gonna have to work quick. And with this fire weapon, it'll probably ignite the oil pits down there too, so keep that in mind. Alright, let's come over here on this side. I'll have to cross through the fire in order to get to me. It'll probably take a little bit of damage. Yeah, see? Alright. And just use the fire pits to help you, because it'll damage those dudes and stagger them a little bit. So just kind of use that to your advantage and don't fall off, because you totally can. There's a ledge all the way around. That's why you couldn't see them, because they were hanging off the ledge. Alright, so once you get all these destroyed, being that I didn't light the fire before I left, what I'm gonna have to do is use one of these things. You use these when you have to, not when you really want to. That's what I always say. These are really cool, and they're not very common to get. So I need it, so I'm going to use it, put it on there, and we'll continue. Now, when we come down this area, as soon as you aggro these dudes, they're all going to start coming after you. So you want to be very careful who you aggro first. Now, I remember I told you guys that the whip can actually attack through walls. So there's one dude in there in particular that this whip probably will kill with one, even though it's not even upgraded or anything. There's actually two guys. There's one guy in the corner right there. I'll show you again. And there's one guy that's walking around. It's those hollows that run around and jump on you. Those guys are really a pain. So if I can kill him, yeah, see, there we go. Now let's see if I can kill this one. Oh shoot. Okay, so here they come. Let's see if I can kill. Oh no, he's gonna jump on me. Alright. Don't stand next to a ledge. Alright, cool. Alright, as long as you're not next to a ledge, should be not as bad. They take a lot of damage, they not take a lot of damage, they're very actually weak to damage. There we go. And being that I had the whip out, good thing that they don't actually have many hit points or many defenses. So, ooh, that hurt. Go ahead and I'll use a warmth spell actually. Now, once you start climbing, a dude will spawn, a NPC invader will spawn. So let's see. First thing I gotta do is light. Okay, it's already lit. The second thing, I'll go ahead and cast the spell. Kind of heal me up a little bit. Now, I'm gonna attack this dude on my own terms. First thing, I'm gonna heal up, and then I'll light up my torch, and then I'll climb. He will, or she, I think it's a she actually. She has a butcher's knife, which, if you know anything about that weapon, it will actually rejuvenate your player as you attack. So light this thing too. So far we lit the one over there, the one down below us, and this one right here. And we're gonna do a running jump to get on the other side, and light this one. And there it is, Melinda the Butcher. So it'll take a minute. This person will come after us. Alright, Ring of Soul Protection. Now, we're going to come back up here in a second because there's something right here that we're going to deal with. Don't do that yet. Alright, so let me come over here. There's Melinda. There's a cheesy way to kill Melinda the Butcher. I'll show you real quick that cheesy way. Climb the ladder. Melinda will climb the ladder too. And then make your way over here. Do the jump. It's dark, so I know it's kind of difficult. And then from here, if you're like a spellcaster, you can just completely... You can just, I mean, do whatever you want, you know. I can keep shooting arrows or whatever. I'm not going to. I'm going to go toe to toe, but first I'm gonna put on this. Alright, I'm gonna mess this person up real bad. Real bad. Alright. Go over here. She's probably gonna climb down the ladder. Oh no, she jumped down, I think. Find out where this person's at. Oh yeah, they're climbing the ladder. So, being that she's climbing the ladder, I'll wait till she gets in striking distance. Oh boy. Ooh, that hurt. So I'm totally staggering. Nothing Melinda can do. So, vanquished. Make sure you have all these torches lit down here. Make sure you also light back yours up before we get out of here, but before we do that, we have to do this very special jump. There we go. Alright, got it. Now, this is the first mimic chest. I think the first time I played through, I didn't even realize this was here, and then when I came back and killed it, what happened was I aggroed it. I fell through here because I didn't know exactly what it was. So I thought it was something else, and then it actually went into there's like a layer underneath this layer between the top and the bottom, and then I don't know, it was just a huge problem. So my advice to you guys as far as killing these things is if you can get any extra bonus from two-handing a weapon, go ahead and two-hand a weapon. There's no need to have a shield out, and because you can't really block anything they're going to do. take like 2 swipes, depending on your weapon. Take like 2 swipes at it, and then back away, because if you're next to it when it pops out, even if you're at the side or behind it, it'll be chewing on your head. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't understand it, because its mouth is right here in the front, but that's just how it works. So just take a couple swipes at it and then roll out. Alright, once he's like that, he'll be turning around and then attack it a couple more times. Alright, now we have the lightning winged spear and some dark armor. Alright, so pretty cool stuff. We are going to continue on. So yeah, try to get, see if you can get in this. This is where I had to go, because matter of fact, I think I killed him, and then the drop fell through, and it was right here. It was like such a pain to try to figure out how to get here. So that's how you do it, if you have to do that, if that happens to you. And then, like I said, light back up your torch so you don't have to use another flame butterfly. Alright, and I could probably use something to heal myself up. I'm gonna just take that thing off, because like once I get healed up a little bit, because there's some stuff over here that'll actually take down your durability of your items. So you really don't want to have expensive gear on in this area, because otherwise you will break stuff, and if it's expensive, it'll be costly in order to repair it. So just keep that in mind. So like my fire longsword probably be better than this craftsman's hammer. I don't know how much this will be to repair. I could be maybe not very much, but certain items in this game, they're costly to repair. So matter of fact, so I don't forget, I'm gonna go ahead and take this off, and I'll put on this stone ring. Alright. You can hit the bonfire. I'm not going to, because I don't want to kill these dudes again. I just want to keep going. Alright, so from here, we're actually going to do the trap door down below. We're going to go all the way around, okay? So these dudes are already up. And I think there's like 3 or 4 of them. So work quickly if you can. Yeah, there's 3 of them. And they drop a whole bunch of stuff. They drop poison knives, and they drop life gems. Uh-oh. I almost didn't make that jump. They drop torches. And make sure you light all of these. Every single one of them. Very, very, very important. There is an NPC that you can summon. And if you can kill the NPC, I think like I have to be the first shot, then you can get some pretty cool armor, man. So I would highly advise you do that. And be on your A game when you fight it. Now, there's a secret door, not a secret door, but a locked door over here. We don't have the key for it. I think you need, it's the forgotten key or whatever. And we don't have it, so we are going to come back for that later. For now, just go ahead and make your way back. Make sure you have all these lit. Make sure you have that one lit. I will say there's been times when I didn't realize I didn't have everything lit, and then you have to come back and be like, oh my goodness, which one did I not lit? And this is like not the most favorable area to like have to come back and do that type of stuff for, because there's not very many like good bonfires, you know. There's 2 in this whole area. The first one and then another one, which is completely separate from the entire area. Now, for those of you who want like an early pyromancy flame, you can use that as an early pyromancy flame, okay? Alright, now I said that there are these things that reduce your durability of your items, and that's right there. So in order to deal with that, you can cast spells on it. You can throw, I think throwing daggers, knives at it or whatever will work too. I just use the whip. Just like I said, you don't even have to have but like a 3 or 1 dex in order to use the whip. You know what I'm saying? Alright. And this dude, and by the way, that durability stuff will affect enemies. Although this enemy right here doesn't have anything to do like worry about any of that stuff. So come back over here. Now, if you have spells or whatever, you can attack it with spells from a different distance. If you have a decent whip, you can attack through the wall, just like that. Oh man. Ooh. Alright. So an ooze. Just got an ooze drop. Those dudes, they hurt, man. So be careful around them. If you can attack them from a distance, do it. Now for the rest of this, we're gonna just take it out with the whip. You really don't want to be rolling into this stuff. That's how you destroy your items. So like, don't do that. And if you have like a mace, it might be a good idea to use right now, because I'm using this. Oh boy, I'm using this longsword, and it's got this like really wide horizontal sweep, which normally is a good thing, but here, not really the best thing, because you could inadvertently break one of those and then be in trouble, you know. So there's a torch down here to light. I hear something. Must be from up above. A hollow. It's getting aggroed, maybe. Oh, there he is. There's two of them. Alright. Sometimes you gotta check below you, see if they dropped anything, you know. And make sure you don't like switch your weapon with the torch hand, you know what I mean? Because then you'll put out your torch. And certain areas you won't be able to go back in order to relight it, you know. So you have to use another flame butterfly. So keep that in mind. All right, on our way up. I'm pretty sure there's like a fragrant branch over here, amongst other things. So if you had a whip like upgraded, this would be a really good area to kind of showcase that. This guy got dropped off. I think he'll climb the ladder again, actually. If this thing was upgraded and I had a higher dex, it actually would be killing these things in one hit. And the notched whip does bleed damage too, which is pretty cool. So a bunch of cool little goodies there. And then I think this is the fragrant branch, yeah. And there's a second fragrant branch at the end of this area. So this is kind of nice. I was hoping this guy would climb, because I really don't want to go down there and chase after him. You know what I mean? Because like, if you don't, sometimes they will actually come after you, and that's even worse. There you go. Cool thing about the whip is if you have the stone ring equipped too, you'll stagger a lot of enemies with the whip, which is really the downside of the whip in this game, is that it doesn't really have any poise. So when you attack creatures, they just keep coming at you, you know. However, if you have that stone ring, it really makes a huge difference. There you go. But I don't want to overuse it. I don't want to mess up its durability, so I'm going to switch out. Alright, so you got 3 to light right here. Sometimes when you're crossing over here, an enemy will cross the bridge above it and then land on top of you and stuff, so keep in mind that is a danger. Light this as soon as you get across. There's a bunch of dudes up there that's gonna aggro. There's a dude. There's one of those like Komodo dragon looking things over there that's gonna aggro. If I can get this guy, a couple of these guys to aggro before that Komodo dragon thing, that'd be kind of nice. Because those dudes are kind of tough, especially if you're gonna kill them with melee attacks. You know, you don't have a shield unless you, like I just lit that, so that's kind of cool. I don't have to worry about it really. If you do have an upgraded, something just dropped down. There's another hollow coming after me. If you do have the whip kind of a little bit upgraded, I kind of was going to, and then I decided against it because I will upgrade one of the other whips instead. Ooh, what did he drop? Probably a torch. Yeah, I see. Yeah, you can attack through walls, man. Which is really fun, actually. Especially because these guys move real slow, you know? You can, like, take them out, like, nearly all the way. Like, you can basically, like, kind of move around. He'll just keep going around and stuff, you know. And, you know, actually their attacks can go through the wall, but they usually don't. Like, unless you're moving around it, you know what I'm saying? So there you go. And if it was upgraded, man, that'd go a lot quicker, you know what I mean? Okay, so next thing you want to do, run upstairs, or up the ladder, and let's take a look at the durability. I don't want it to break. Alright, we're getting pretty low, so we're not going to attack with it anymore. We're just going to use it to break things. So some black fire bombs for you guys. Alright. Alright, at this point, you want to go to your cat ring, silver cat ring, because we have to take a tiny detour. So walk off there, walk off here, move around, light this, and you can just roll through these. Some chunks for you guys who want a better upgraded weapon. And I think I just missed a drop. There should be another one of those dudes around here somewhere. Fairly certain, actually. Some tattered clothings. I'm fairly certain that there is another hollowed, but alright, well, whatever. Light up this. Alright. And we're gonna have to make a jump. Now, there's a Hide Knight down here in the Scholars of the First Sin edition. This is not. This is here, and in the other editions, it's not. So, when you kill him, he does drop Hide Lance, I think it is, and when you use a bonfire ascetic on that first bonfire, he'll drop the, I think it's the Hide Great Lance or something like that. Alright, so take this thing out. Oh, wait a second. Take it out with a throwing knife or a spell. If you have a spell, you can use that. And here's a little trick for you guys. If you're having trouble aiming with the throwing knife, use this. This actually works. There you go. Alright. And I'm going to... this guy is probably going to be kind of tough to beat, so I'm going to actually try to go as light as I can. Equip that, and should be good. I'd like to be able to stagger him if I can. That'd be kind of cool. He can drop other stuff, like hide great helm or something like that. Or he can drop the hide armors and stuff like that, which is cool. There is this, which is the regular armor of Aurors, I believe it is. Very good. It'll you can use it and it'll decrease your equip load. So the more you put on, the more it'll decrease. So it's, you know, it's pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna two-hand it. Get a couple extra, get some damage. He does attack pretty strong, but you know his moveset, you can counter that, no problem. And ooh, nice, Hide Knight Iron Mask, very cool. All right, before you go up the stairs, make sure you light up your torch and heal up if you need to. I'm about to get another Estus Flask, which is super duper cool. Now it will have like 9. I think you're gonna have max of 12, so should be real good for most of the game at this point. Grab your shard, light this. There's gonna be a enemy nearby, a couple enemies nearby. Don't have to kill them. You do whatever you want. I'm gonna kill him. Matter of fact, let me put that on the other weapon hand. Actually, they will be a problem if you decide not to. You can always use the bow. Looks like I'm kind of running out of arrows, so I'm gonna use this thing kind of sparingly. Let's see. You know what? Maybe I will use this bow actually. If I can kill one of them, it'd be kind of nice. Yeah. All right, and the other one has a torch, so I can find him easy enough. All right, light back up. Very important you light back up. All right, now here's the deal. Bandit Great Axe, decent weapon. There is a drop down below us. There's one of these vases that has a drop in it. So Proud Knight, but I mean you don't have to get it. And if you really want to get it, we can come back up and grab it. Actually, first thing you gotta do though is grab on this though. All right, slide across. You just press the directional key to start moving, and this is the one that most people will like not light. So once you have that, you can come over here, drop down here, and now we're back by the three torches. Cross the bridge, and one of those dudes is now up there. Two of them are. So we can kind of wait right here for them to come at us, maybe, if we want to. They should be aggro enough to follow us. They might not know how to get to us, though, you know what I'm saying? Here's what we can do, because I want to show you guys how to get that item over there. Oh, there he is. I'm hoping the other one jumps down too, actually. I'm going to switch back to the Silver Cat Ring. And I'll show you guys how to get that item. It is a little bit tricky. A lot of times people will fall trying to get this item. But here this guy is. I told you there's another one. There's usually two. So just be careful making this jump. You might even be able to roll off actually. So most of the time when people try to get this item in the vase, it might be like a flame butterfly or a consumable or something like that. A lot of times people fall off because you have to go a certain direction in order to get it. Other thing I want to talk about too is other consumables like resins. I don't think I mentioned before, resins you apply to weapons, and then they add like, you know, element or whatever, like gold pine resin that adds lightning damage. So you can just kind of drop down this way. Alright, now you might think it'd be a good idea to drop down that way, but that is not a good idea. What you want to do actually is drop down this way. Alright, now here's the problem. It's that guy. But I'm gonna use the whip because it'll attack through the wall. Otherwise, you know, you hit the wall and won't get your attack off. Yeah, flame butterflies, 2 of them. So and then you can get it. From there, you can just kind of roll down there, pick up the item that fell through the floor, and be on our way. Okay, there should be a hollow right here, and something's in one of these. I thought for sure. I guess not. Okay, well, I guess I was wrong. Do that. Hit this. Now I do have a bunch of poison mosses, so you should also have them on your belt slot as well. So in case you get hit and poisoned, you want to eat that like nearly immediately, as long as there isn't any immediate dangers. Alright, here's the problem. When you do this, there's going to be dudes that are going to start coming at. If they're not all dead already, they're going to start coming out at you. So I have my weapon ready. Sometimes there's even one of those hollows that jump at you, and that's really not cool. Don't go to the right. There's a hole in the floor, or no, in a well, it's actually a ceiling. Someone's moving. Alright, yeah, watch your back around this area. A lot of times there's been guys will come across this area right here. Alright, here's the deal. This area right here has these things, and they will destroy your equipment. There's a bunch of them. Once I light this, I'm gonna get my shield out, actually. There we go. If you've got like a ranged weapon, like a spell, that'd be kind of cool to use. Actually, I think they take more damage from fire, to be honest. This guy's probably gonna jump at me. Do not let them sink their stuff on you, man. That's very bad. Alright, come back over here, light up the torch, light this other one's. It's 2. Don't fall down, because that will be very problematic. There's been times when I've jumped down to make it easier, but then you'll miss a one of these torches that you have to light. So here is a pretty good shield. I don't usually use it. This one, the more enemies you kill, it'll give you more like regen and stuff. I usually use the Watch Dragon Parma, but this one's cool, man. It has that effect. Let me show you real quick. Alright, so oh, here it is, this one. HP absorb, so pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's kind of heavy though, but you know, whatever. Alright, there's a couple enemies down here. There's actually, I think, 3 enemies down here. So if you can kind of do anything about any of them before you jump down, it'd be kind of nice. Otherwise, you're gonna have 3 enemies to deal with when you jump down. There's one shadow butterfly right there. There's a hollow, and then there's one of those like Komodo dragon things. And if you can kill the hollow before you jump down, that'd be pretty sweet. More than likely you won't be able to. Well, here's what you can do. Sometimes this actually works. If you can jump on one of these barrels, that usually helps out. And let's see if... might be able to kill this guy before the Komodo dragon gets... Oh, there's 2 hollows. Dang it, man. Alright. No shield. Let's see if I can get this guy to aggro this way. What I could do is run around, light this thing. And now I can use a shield. Alright, I'm kind of low on health. I'm gonna heal up. Because you never know what happened, you know what I'm saying? Get behind him. Gain my stamina. And it should be it. Yeah. Alright. Easy peasy, you know? Okay, so here's the deal with this area. It is a problem. This little area right here. Because if you have spells, no problem, man. You can just target. There's a whole bunch of those statues right there, and you can target them with your spells and take them out. But for me, I have to use daggers. You know what I mean? There's other things you can use to take those out. Or you can try to just jump, but if you try to just jump, they'll nail you in the middle of your jump, and more than likely they'll stun you, then you'll just fall off. So that's very not advisable. Oh man, I totally missed. Let me try this again. Oh man, this is not good. Let's try this from over this side. It's not turning down. Okay, so alright. I'll try one more thing. Maybe if I believe hard enough, this arrow will destroy it. Alright. Okay, two options. I can try, and if I fail, that'll be very bad, but you can still go the other direction to get to the bonfire. Problem is that you still have to light this. You know what I'm saying? And I do not have any spells to cast against them. I don't have... I mean, I have the throwing knives, but I don't think I can get them to... It does arc, perhaps. There we go. Alright. Talk about making this thing difficult, huh? If I can destroy enough of these things, it should be okay. But when you get hit like 1,000 times, that's when it's really bad. I don't know if that one actually destroyed it. Let's just hope it did. Yeah, it looks like it. Alright, let's take a look, see if I got any of these things destroyed. Looks like all but 2. Alright, we could probably get the last 2. I will say I don't think I've ever done this before, but I mean, I guess if you really want to make it happen, you gotta think of a way to make that happen. Alright, there's one. Now the last one's laying down, man. The last one's gonna be kind of a problem. Nah, I gotta get farther back. Get all the way back. Alright. I think I got it. Yeah, I saw the smoke. Okay, so that's that's the easy part, actually. It's the easy part, guys. This is the hard part. This is the bad controller for sure, you guys. Last one, that was the controller that dies easy. This is the bad controller. Alright. So what you have to do is you run from over here, and then you jump onto that. Hey! Alright. Just like that. Now, we don't have a torch, but, you know, that's alright, man. We are going to get this bonfire right here. And then we'll start by, matter of fact, I'll show you guys. We'll light that torch real quick. And then that's basically, we're going to end this episode right here. I know I'm coming real close. It's probably past the time. It's going to be a real long one. But, you know, it's alright. You know what I'm saying? We'll figure this out. Okay, so, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy.